Hello everyone, welcome to Mobile App Testing Live Project. And today we also, as many of new members are there, so what we thought to just cover the basic things, how we can uh, configure and write some simple scripts. So Pawan will guide you on this. And from the next Thursday, we'll start actual live project where we'll provide you the all the access to download that infra app, that interact application, and you can start your project. All right. So, and we haven't divided you in your team, so we'll do that in between, and we'll share the Google Drive with you all so that you can start interaction with your team members. So let me make Pawan a presenter, and if you have any question, you can ping us on chat. Okay, and we'll try to reply in between. Hi Pawan, hope you can hear me fine. Pawan, can you unmute yourself? So let me make Pawan as a presenter, and then we'll start from there. So okay, I guess Pawan has some network issue. So okay, in between, if you have any question related to this live project, you can ask me right away. Meanwhile, Pawan will try to join again, I guess, and then we'll go through the simple script. He will guide you how to write some simple script just to with thought to cover this. So it will be helpful for you, Gaul.
Hello.
See, yes, Pawan, we can hear you. So I have made you presenter, Pawan. So when you are ready, you can start. And let me answer one question. There's one question from Abid. And what are the test tools that you will cover?
Okay.
So Abid, we are going to use mostly Appium. Okay, and you can choose language. Pawan has covered those videos in Python, and if you want to try out that in Java or C Sharp, you can do that. But this is not a training session. I has explained it at very first level, first session. So the prerequisite was you have to go through the videos first, or you should have the some a little bit knowledge of Appium. All right, then you can be only the part of this live project. Pawan, are you ready? Can we start?
Mm, yeah,
I
sure,
have made you presenter.
Okay. Yes. So, can you see my screen now?
Not yet. Let me. Okay, let me make you again because we cannot see your screen. Yeah, now we can see. Okay.
Okay. So, um, hello everyone. I guess few of the participants might be new or might be they have come from the few previous sessions. So, in the last session, I just mentioned. So, in the last session, I just showed you with the Xcode how we can actually run the scripts, you know. So, there are different ways with which we handle the applications under test. Now, the thing is, there are different simulators when you work on the iOS platform and when you work on the Android platform. So, I recommend when you're working on the Android platform. If you don't have the real device, I would prefer you to install Genuine Machine and uh, host the virtual devices. So in case of Android, it is there. Right now, I have a Mac OS and I have a simulator. So okay. So this is so on the simulator. What I will do is this Xcode is there. Okay, this Xcode I have imported a code here. This is the code of the application, not our test app. Okay. Now, uh, from where did I download this? This I downloaded from the GitHub site where this is free available. So I just showed you how to fetch it, and then once you open that Xcode project file, okay, so you will open yourself in the Xcode as a project, and these are the contents. So first thing when you open the Xcode project is you have to specify your
Pawan,
own bundle identity.
there is some issue with your audio. It is breaking in between. Is
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. We'll see if
Okay. If it is again like if it is again responding badly, then do let me know. I'll disconnect maybe.
actually it is still we have the same issue. Like audio is not very clear.
Okay. Okay. So um,
Uh, can we do something or okay? Let's continue. We'll see if things goes well. Otherwise, we'll see.
okay. So so basically in our project, here in you so this is the UI application which I have planned to use for the test runs. So let me show you this simulator.
Arti, do you have any issue with video? Because I can see Pawan's screen. Okay, I'm not sure. I can see the Pawan's screen very well. So if any other participant, if you also getting the same issue like video is not good, so let me know. Okay. Arti, I think other people are saying they can see at least the screen. Audio is breaking, I know. Let's continue, Pawan. We'll see.
Okay. So this is how for the iOS part um, we will use the simulator. In most of the cases, when we have to work on the UI gesture actions like that tap, then swipe, and all these actions. Uh, with the new latest Appium bindings, it is a bit challenged to work on simulators. That's why simulators are not preferred unless and until you are working on the uh, uh, gesture actions kind of thing, where you need a real device because the Appium responds in a very robust, I would say, in a very good way when you are working real devices. For now, I'm just showing you the capability. Uh, okay. Now, in last session, I just mentioned about how I just installed the application, but what exactly I need to do is before I need to install the application on the simulator is something I will show you. So this is the application which I'm planning to automate, or I would say with on UI I would perform different actions. Okay. So this particular UI catalog application covers all different options which you might come across your own applications in your mobile app further. So in a single application, these all options will be covered. That's why I use this application as a test app on which I need to do the automation. So this is the app, and how did I
Hi, Pawan. Sorry to interrupt.
create?
Actually, we can see only this simulator black screen with the.
Oh, right now can you oh, stop screen sharing? See now?
No. This simulator, are you showing something? Because I can see Apple logo there, but I can't see anything else.
Oh, it is coming with a bit delay maybe because the Apple logo is comes when it is booting actually.
Okay.
Audio, is there any issue with audio now?
Yes, we have issue because now we can see your simulator screen. So I think there is some time delay.
There is a bit delay. Okay.
Are you using mobile network or
No, I'm on my broadband.
okay?
So
Okay, we'll talk on this.
let me do one thing. Give me okay. See, I have clicked the application. Can you see now?
No, yeah, now we can see. There's some delay.
Oh, so there is at least 2 to 3 seconds delay.
Yes.
Okay, shall I continue with this? Somehow I'm facing this network issue since night. Uh, my service provider, he has some under construction issues. So
Okay. Just try to present again and let's see if things goes on. Otherwise, we'll see.
let me do one thing. Let me reconnect.
Okay.
That would solve problem is what I believe.
Okay. All right.
Okay, just
So in between, team, if you have any questions, let me know. So I'll try to answer. So all the details related to Google Drive and uh, Teams will be sent to you maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And next session we have on Thursday. So we'll start this project on from Thursday. Okay, we'll start slowly with writing test cases, or we can decide in that session what we can do. We can use uh, test cases created by Selenium Live project members. Okay, so there's one question for mobile app testing. We have to know the Xcode. So Pranay, I guess that Xcode is required on Mac, right, Pawan?
yeah. So you don't need to learn Xcode for it. It's just for configuring the application and installing it on the device. So you don't need to understand any programming language for writing the code in Xcode because already you have got the application. Uh, I would say the source code of the mobile app you have already got from the developers, and you need to open it just in the Xcode and install it on the device.
Okay, Pawan, you did something. Your audio is better now.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
let me try to share screen now.
Okay.
Okay, can you see now?
Yes, we can see.
Okay,
Please continue. Let's
so
see.
see the okay, this is the Xcode screen. Can you see now?
Yes, we can see Pawan.
Yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying, this is the source code that I have downloaded from the GitHub. So in similar way, when you are working in your projects, you will get this similar kind of project, or I would say the source code from your developers who are developing your applications. So consider that this you have got from the developer and you have opened it in Xcode application. Now, the first thing you say that, okay, I got this application, how will I install this application on my simulator or the real device, whichever is possible. Now, in Xcode, you just need to understand, uh, in iOS platforms, there are bit challenges where, the application should be trusted when you need to run it on the mobile device. It is not a very uh, easy work to, like what we do on Android. We simply go and install the APK file on the Android device, so where there are no permission issues and nothing. But when you're working on the iOS platforms, there are a bit security uh, uh, things which you need to take care before you run the application. What is it? I will just show you. So consider, so there is always a .app file which is there as part of your repository. So go to that, okay, click general. See in general, there is a bundle identifier, okay. Now, when I downloaded this, it was just like this, okay. It was just like this. It had came, it populated this field with this particular name, okay. Now, uh, don't worry about version build, everything it comes pre-built as part of the application. You have to select your own app, sorry, your own team, okay. For that, you need to create a certificate. So now, definitely when you open the Xcode, it will say, okay, add an account. So when you say add an account, you have to add your Apple ID. Okay, make sure you have an Apple ID. Just create an Apple ID on their website. Okay, and add that site as a part of your team. Okay, so once you have that listed in this, you select it. Okay, now if you see, this was something, this was the bundle ID which came as part of the project itself. But I I want to fix this provision. You need to create profiles. These are some simple steps I'm just telling you before you install the application on the simulator. So what it says, this particular is not available because it is already been used for their because this I have downloaded from the GitHub. That's why it is, this unique identifier is not easily available. So I had created my own by appending just the name, and I just created the certificate. I have already created a certificate, so that's why it might pop up some message. Okay, so like this is already registered. I have registered already these device. That's why it is saying issue, no issues. But now the thing is, these are the fields which you need to take care. Okay, and next comes the deployment target. Now, what is the OS on which like OS of the simulator? Now I know that this simulator is iPhone 5 and iOS 9.3. So make sure you select deployment target as 9.3 and device is iPhone, and rest of the things will be selected when you select iPhone. So keep them as default. Okay. So if you notice, I'm I can't catch the name of the person who asked about Xcode if we need to learn Xcode. So to answer him, like if you see, I am not writing any code or any. I'm just making some few settings here in the Xcode application. So once I have set this, so there comes the certificate which my application is certified with this particular team member is what I say, and then I go further to build settings. So in build settings, uh, you need to select few things here. Okay. So now code signing identity. As I mentioned, you need to sign your identity before you install the application. So in provisioning profile, yeah. So I have selected iOS developer. So after selecting all these things, then few of the target devices. So the thing is, these can be explained in further once we start with the project, because it will be difficult for you to catch immediately. But still, I'm mentioning here, wherever you see iOS 9.3, I've selected it manually because I have to deploy the application on iOS 9.3 device. And these are the things. So once this is done, okay, once this is done, then you come back to the general tab and you say, okay, now I want to install it on iPhone device, sorry, on the simulator. So I select the simulator and uh, maybe I need to remove this, of course. So I've removed this app. Okay. So with Command Shift H, you can click the home button when you are working on simulator. I repeat, Command Shift H when you have a Mac keyboard. Okay. So I have removed the UI catalog app, and then I will run this. So it will go to this device and build the application there. There you go. Okay. Now, once this app has launched, uh, this is the script which I have written for simple, for simple operations, action sheets, OK, cancel. Okay. So if at all I want to show you some different capability, then so there are few scripts which perform different. They have different motive. So maybe for alert views, what I will show you is sending the text key here. So, sorry. For the alert views, if I click text entry, then it should send some keys here, is what I can show you here. I won't be driving you through this code because as of now, like not much detailed session I have planned to take, just to show you the glimpse about what all things I will be, as a part of our live project, what all things you might expect to see is what I'm trying to show you here. Okay, could not launch. Oh, I see. So see, it mentioned there is no such device. So I need to change the capability here. So capabilities really play a very important role when you try to run your scripts. So I'm expecting the application to launch it and to click the alert views. And once alert views are clicked, then we expect the text entries to be made. Okay, let me relaunch this. Okay, I need to uncheck this when I have to run the source, when I have to run the test scripts, because this bundle ID becomes too much specific when you are running the scripts. And okay, rest of the things I'm fine to work with.
In between, Pawan, there are questions. Um, like it's only
Hmm.
for Mac, right? Or this won't be valid for Windows, I guess. I guess yes, Arti. It won't be valid
Uh,
for Windows, right, Pawan?
yeah, yeah. So there are ways with which we can host the things on Windows also. So once we go with the live project and once we drive the things, I will show you on the Windows platform and I will guide you also to set up the things on Windows. It won't, so there are different binaries which you need to download and make it up and running. So everything you will see similar as what you see on Mac, just there are different steps to configure the Android part when you're working on Windows. You can configure Android even on Mac if you have to plan if you have a plan to automate the Android application through your Mac OS. So that options are also there. But if you are specific to configure on working on Windows, then there are different steps. So some SDK, Android SDKs you need to have. Then you need to configure the SDK. So all those things are involved. As of now, I'm just showing the different capabilities. Uh, Somehow this is the latest version which I tried to download of Appium. There seems some issues here. So, like as I was saying, in the Xcode, um, like you have the projects here, and similarly, you can configure any other app which you have. Just as a part of building and installing that app one time on the simulator, you need the Xcode. Once you have the app installed on your device, then you can completely work without Xcode. So these are some of the identifiers which I have figured out to find the elements on the UI. So in the last session it was working, somehow it has gone slow. Let me retry this. Okay. So it booted the device. I hope you all are able to see the screen.
We can see Appium screen, but your simulator still we can see black screen with Apple logo.
Yeah, then that's fine.
Okay,
So see, can you see now the application got launched?
not
Okay.
yet. Not yet. Yeah, now we can see.
Okay. So now once the application has launched, it will find out the alert views option. It will click on it. So few options. This is the alert box that I am showing you. On the alert box, I fetch few details. So this is the capability to show you about how to deal with alert boxes. Then I will show you on the text entry. So there are different ways with which you can handle the text fields on the iOS platform. Yeah, so if you see, there was an issue on simulator. So once you work on the real device, so these kind of issues are reduced when you're working on real devices. So anyways, so these are some of the things and some of the gesture actions like drag and drop, all these scripts I have written, which help you to work with your UI applications. And definitely, there is no separate simulator software that you need to install because this comes with Xcode itself. So once you install Xcode, this comes with you. And if you have a Genymotion, when you are working on real device, you need to have Genymotion software, okay, which will actually help you to host the devices. I can run this script on the Android device because it has altogether different way of UI elements when you have to work with Android applications. And also Android doesn't have UI catalog application. So so just to show you like how this simulator looks like. So this is how the simulator for the Android looks like, and you will have to drag and drop. And I would say if you have a APK file for your Android application which you want to test, you can just drag and drop this in this Genymotion device. It will install the application for you, right? And with how will I deal with this device when I'm working with Appium? So you have to use these settings when you're working. So altogether, this is a different strategy, or I would say different capabilities that you need to mention when you have to set the Android device and the application. So, so for today, like these are the only things which I wanted to show. Uh, Once we go through the live project, then definitely things will be a bit clearer because it's not a easy, or I would say it's not a one day trick that you will understand in a single go. So as and how we progress, so from the next sessions, maybe you will get a clear idea when I drill down through these steps. So that's it, Manoj, like today from my side.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Pawan. So there are some questions I can see.
Hmm.
So there is one question from Pranay. Simulator and emulator has developed code required or not? I did not get this question. So if you get, you can answer this. And there's one
No,
more
no, I
question.
also didn't get you. If you can unmute him, maybe.
Pranay, do you want to talk?
If you can unmute him, maybe we can.
Um Not sure. I can see his mic option. So okay. Any other question, team? There another question from Sharmin. Is it possible to configure between Windows and iPhone? So Pawan, can we configure Windows where we can test iPhones?
Uh, Not really, because first of all, Windows doesn't have the libraries which a Mac or which can communicate with the iPhone devices. So because iOS platform is having a bit monopoly that you need to have a Mac as a the operating system through which you can actually recognize the iPhone devices. So from Windows, it is not possible to connect your iPhone or even the simulators. If you see, Xcode is the application that runs on Mac platforms, and simulators come from the Xcode. So there is no application that can run on Windows for the iPhone. So that is not possible. But if you have a Mac OS and if your requirement is to automate Android device, then that is possible because uh, altogether Android is an open source platform, and so those things are configurable from the Mac platforms. So if at all you have a Mac OS, then you can automate either of these platforms. But from Windows, automating the iOS platforms, iOS devices or iPhone devices, I would say, so it is not possible.
Okay. So team, is there any question? Anybody wants to talk or any question do you have? Arti, I can see you have raised your hand, so I can unmute you. So, Abid, as I said, this is not a training. This is a live project where it will go for around 2 to 3 weeks. Most probably, it will be 3 weeks where you have to write test cases, write test plan, and then write scripts, build your framework. All those things that will be covered in these 3 weeks. It's not manual live project. It's a automation live project where we'll use Appium to automate mobile devices. Okay. There is one question from Arti, but can I buy an Android phone or tablet? So what kind of mobile device should I buy? So I I don't recommend to buy anything for this particular course. But if you have any Android phone, right, Pawan, they can work. Or if you have iOS.
No, is she asking about the Android platform device or the iOS device?
So you're asking what kind of mobile devices should buy? It's Android, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. No, for now, you don't need to buy any Android device because the simulator is capable enough because Android simulators are very good, especially the Genymotion hosted uh, virtual devices. So you don't need to um, purchase any of the real Android devices. For that, Genymotion has different, platforms of devices, so you can have them, and we can perform our, we can carry through our projects with it.
Okay. So there is another question. Python is the scripting language that will be covered in this project. So Abid, Pawan has covered that videos course in Python, but we are not recommending Python. If you are okay with Python, you can continue. Else, if you are okay with Java or any other like language like C Sharp, you can start with. So we are not just saying you should start with only Python. If you are okay with Python, you can start. There's another question from Pranay. Can you give me info about project like a e-commerce social app? So Pranay, there is one application. Let me try to open that. Interact. Yeah. So this is the application. So this is actually a website where you can go and see the how it works. It is a web application. Currently this is the web application where you can see the how it works, but we have one Android app. Okay, so we'll share the link from where you can download it. It is not available in Google Play, but it will be available. We'll try to share with the link and you can download from there. So you can, if you want to take what kind of application it is, so you can go through it. It will, we have covered each and everything in first session. So if you miss that session, you can go through this website. Like you can set up admin, uh, add trainers. So basically is currently it is one way communication from trainers to trainees. So you can refer this website if you want to, or just go and watch first session where Karthik explained in a well manner. So yeah. So it's a messaging app actually. Any other question, team? So Pawan, I don't see any other question right now. So team, thank you for joining today, and let's meet on Thursday. From Thursday, we'll start actual live project where we'll assign you to write test plan, test cases for this application, and all the relevant information will be sent to paid members. Okay, before Thursday, so that you can start interaction with your team members and start working. We'll also send the what you have to do before Thursday. Okay, so make sure if you are not a paid member, you'll be not able to join from Thursday onwards. Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. If you don't have any other questions, we can end this session and we'll meet on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, Pawan. Thank you. I don't see any other questions, so we
Yeah.
can end this
Thank
session.
you.
We'll meet on Thursday. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Bye.